Hi, are
Hello?
you there?
Yes, I am here.
Oh, thank you so much for calling in. I apologize for that connection issue. It's all good. We will make this happen. I just would love to hear what inspired you to write about the student loan issues and debt. Um, Especially, is it affecting you that brought you to write about that in townhall.com?
For sure. So, on the student debt, I was inspired to write this because I realized that while right now the conversation is centered around those who have been to college and now are in the workforce, I feel like it affects a myriad of generations. My generation that's just entering into college right now, those who are entering into graduate school, perhaps leaving graduate school, those who have long been to college and have long paid off their debt, but are still, due to recent policies, especially including the Biden administration's announcement on August 24th, canceling up to $10,000 in student debt per borrower who earns less than $125,000 a year.
Mhm.
It affects just so many Americans and more than the 48 million who currently are student debtors. So I thought it was an issue that had to be brought to light,
Mhm.
and that's why I was inspired.
Thank you for sharing that. Can you tell me where you are attending school right now?
Yes, right now I'm at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill.
Oh, wow. That is amazing, to say the least. That is not an easy school to get into, but it's also a school where I bet the student debt attending there is astronomical.
Yes, I love this school. Like I'm an out-of-state student,
Okay.
and this is just it. The amenities are amazing. The professors are truly of the greatest caliber, and I'm so grateful to be here. But at the same time, there is like a problem that's really not just affecting UNC or North Carolina schools. I feel like if anything, as far as like the student debt goes, the state is one of the most or the least plagued by the problem of like the student tuition rising almost double the percent of inflation prices today, and inflation has been at an all-time high since 40 years ago.
Mhm.
So I feel like I'm at a position where I feel like I can be impartial, where I'm affected but not as affected as much as people who are entering now, students who are 17 and yet having to sign documents where they in 4 years will own almost $500,000 in debt.
Wow, 500,000. Can you absolutely even fathom that?
Yes, it's $500,000 is due because a lot of private universities are costing now about $86,000 in tuition and room and board per year.
Mm.
And so you add that up for 4 years, plus travel expenses and internship expenses, perhaps study abroad. Plus, when you decide to take out a student loan, you start to pay interest on it, and that interest adds up. And right now, policies against interest accumulation aren't as great. There was a law proposed called the Responsible Education Assistance Through Loan Reforms Act,
Mhm.
abbreviated to REAL. It was proposed as a counteract to the cancellation about 2 weeks ago, and under there, it proposed to have just this greater lenience around interest rates, but as of now, there has been no consensus reached.
Mhm, mhm. So let me ask you this. We are talking with Flavia Nunez. She's with Young Voices. And let me just read really quickly about Flavia. Her bio is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So I see that you are from the great state of Florida. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay, love
love
Florida.
Florida.
We
Oh my
both said
god.
it. um, Flavia is a national AP scholar, a national merit scholar, and one of 12 is it Bezos scholars in the United States. Did I get that right? Through her
Yes.
nonprofit project, Bracelets for Books. Go to braceletsforbooks.org. She strives to improve literacy in her community. She deeply values service and often organizes drives for foster children while volunteering in her community's library and retirement home. Wow, that's amazing. When not studying or volunteering, you can find Flavia writing essays or her prose. Her first novel won an honorable mention for novel writing from Scholastic Art and Writing, and her poems are printed in student anthologies. Flavia will attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill as a Moorhead Keynes Scholar in the fall. So, what year are you right now?
Right now, I'm a freshman.
Oh my, wow, so accomplished. Wow, I am so impressed. So, talk to me about this town hall article, which I will let everybody know. Town Hall Opinion, go to townhall.com. The title of the article, again, is called No. Loan Forgiveness Won't Solve the Student Debt Crisis. And you dated this for August 17th. So we're a little less than a month. So, talk to me about the response you got from this article first. And then, second, tell me about upcoming articles you are seeking to write through Young Voices.
Of course. So as far as responses, from the people that I know, I generally received positive responses.
Mhm.
They said that because a lot of the arguments that I touched upon were arguments that they brought up to me after I wrote a previous opinion editorial about the rising tuition costs, and so I wanted to really be able to articulate what they were what they wanted to say. But I do understand that there are a lot of people who disagree with me, and I respect their opinions, and I believe that there is space for conversation currently, but there must be a point where we have to reach a middle ground in order to form or go forward with some kind of action that will help stabilize the 1.7 trillion debt that is going on now. I mean, the student debt cancellation that was proposed, or at least officially announced on August 24th, is really expected to go beyond almost 3 times its price tag to 600 billion to about from 600 billion to about 1 trillion, according to a Penn Wharton study. So this is just this has the capacity to be astronomically, for lack of a better word, chaotic.
Right.
Right. So I just really want this conversation to keep on happening, and that's what I seek to do for future opinion editorials as well.
Wow, I'm very impressed. Let me ask you a little bit of advice for the seniors who are headed into, well, they're in their senior year right now in high school, and they believe in a certain way that may not necessarily agree with the school's standards of belief. And you know what I'm talking about. You know, I'm talking about cancel culture and how they're canceling out certain conversations. What would be advice you would give to those who are graduating this coming year who want to attend a phenomenal named university like the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, but are honestly afraid to write their true heart and their comments and in an essay to get accepted into the school? What kind of advice would you give?
I would say that I was in their position. I was in their shoes not long ago. I was born in a country where you couldn't speak freely. And recently, this country has become one where, in essence, depending on where you live, certain points of conversation are limited if you want to, let's say, keep your friends or keep your opportunities. And for that, I say, educate yourself and don't be afraid to say what you believe. I don't personally affiliate with any party or any train of thought. I think that for every specific issue, you have to have the strength, and it's within all of us to truly hit down and believe what you believe. As far as the institutions you attend, college is a place to educate yourself, but education happens beyond the classroom as well. It happens with the people you meet, the places you're able to go. And for that, if you don't necessarily agree with all the policies that an institution you want to attend because of this education, because of these opportunities, then that's perfectly okay. You are not expected to conform in any way. And that is a decision that as a 17-year-old, as an 18-year-old, is should be respected by adults as well.
Wow, such powerful words, Flavia. I would love to get you back. We are going to be coming up on my next pre-recorded guest, and I would love to have you back though, and just would love to engage you in more conversation. Will you let us know when your next article is about to come out? And love to and have you come back for the 9:15 time period, and we can talk it out. And I just want to hear how you're doing at UNC Chapel Hill.
Of course. Thank you so much for this time, and I apologize
Oh,
for the technical
nope,
difficulties.
don't worry about it. We are a new show here at Common Sense America, and we're going to run into that, and you just go with the flow. No apologies necessary. Where can people find you?
Right now, I do not have a Twitter.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that is something that I've been told is
Okay.
a good thing to have.
Yes, with what you were doing as a strategic communications consultant, I would say to you, get a Twitter, get a LinkedIn account going. Also, focus on, if you do the imagery, Instagram's one thing, but do LinkedIn and Twitter, Facebook as a third or a fourth, especially with your generation. But I think LinkedIn, showing your professional writings already at your age and where you are, is just a phenomenal way to start. So I applaud you.
Thank you so much, Eden.
You're welcome.
This was an amazing conversation. I'm so glad to be able to be here this morning.
My pleasure. Have a great weekend, and I look forward to having you back.
Yes, thank you. Have a great weekend.
All right, you
Have
too.
Have a great Labor Day.
Thanks, same to you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, everyone, what a phenomenal human. Oh my goodness, amazing woman. She is Flavia Nunez. Go to townhall.com, check out her writing. And like I said, it was posted August 17th, 2022. No, loan forgiveness won't solve the student debt crisis. What a phenomenal student at the University of Chapel Hill with young voices. What a great person to have.